saharan Kiana my hassle is couple is thought of on you when the while like a mighty her imagine couple is hustle is thought of conway. I cannot chimok, near water my vows, I cannot chipok, below my hole. My come is a joke, was queer no matter if Yana my hand are on line her name.
Sages standing in God's holy fire, as in the gold mosaic of a wall, come from the holy fire, turn in a gyre, and be the singing masters of my soul. Consume my heart away, sick with desire, and fastened to a dying animal, it knows not what it is, and gather me into the artifice.
So I'm at the Yeats exhibition at the National Library of Dublin, and they have this cool thing here. You can write down your favorite poem and write it and hang it on the wall. And so I panicked and I was like, what is my favorite poem? So I panicked and I was like, I don't know, what is my favorite poem? My favorite poem of all time? So I just wrote down my favorite Yeats poem.
Who am I hand on the Saharan Yana my hassle is couple is thought of on. Hope when the while like a might her imagine yet. Couple is hustle is thought of gone wild.
So we've just seen the Book of Kells in the Trinity College library, and it was extremely crowded in there. And I was looking at the book so intently, some girl asked me if I could understand Latin. It's just so interesting the way they illustrated all of the letters in the book, and like the little details on the page to draw the reader's eye back to the story and like to put emphasis on the important parts. And now we're gonna go check out Oscar Wilde's house. Spent a lot of time in Sweeney's Pharmacy, which is a location from James Joyce's book Ulysses. So it was great. I got to spend a lot of time talking with the shopkeeper, PJ Murphy, who was great and very entertaining. And I think I guilt-tripped them into doing a reading with me. So we read a short story from the Dubliners, and it was so much fun. It was a really great literary experience. St. Patrick's Cathedral, you can see some interesting things from Jonathan Swift, as he was a dean of the church there for a while.
this is the pulpit that Jonathan Swift preached from when he was the dean of the church. It said there was an urban legend that it had wheels on it so he could wheel around in the aisles and wake up people who were sleeping in church.
So you can also see his grave site, I guess. I expected it to be in the graveyard, but it's actually underneath the floor in the church. And it said that he lived so much longer than his contemporaries because of his commitment to health and fitness. And when the weather was bad, he would run up and down the stairs in the church to stay fit. There you go. To the Dublin Writers Museum, which was really interesting. They had an audio guided tour which told you a lot about the famous writers of Dublin. I feel like the city has a main focus on James Joyce because a lot of his writing centered on Ireland as opposed to other Irish writers like Oscar Wilde, who didn't really write about Ireland. And so I feel like I've really gotten to know James Joyce on this trip.